guys, what's up? It's Maddie here, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful Monday. I thought for this video, I would make this a little bit more personal, a little bit, just on kind of, sorry about that, there's something in my leg, on my leg. Just something that maybe certain people, plus size people, have fears about and worry about if they get pregnant. If not even on purpose, if on accident or whatever, like they want to be in better health before they get pregnant, but obviously, maybe unfortunately that didn't happen. So this is going to be like my advice and my fears on plus size pregnancies. So let's get into it. So as I just said in my intro, this is kind of going to be my fears and advice on plus size pregnancy. I'm living and breathing it right now. The bonus is I have yet to gain any weight. I'm 25 weeks and I have yet to gain any weight since my last doctor's appointment. I have lost probably like 21 or 22 pounds, which I'm very, 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 very grateful for. And you can only, at least in my doctors, what they say, if you're above a certain weight, which I am, you can only gain 11 to 20 pounds. That's their recommended amount to gain. Because obviously your body already has a lot on it, and it's not smart to gain as much when your body doesn't need it. I would say the reason I have yet to gain any weight is the pure fact what I'm eating, he's taking in, and my body's just not getting as much as I used to give myself. So I've kind of lost my appetite. Just like I'm not as hungry as often, or when I eat, I'm starving, and then I start to eat, and then I get full really quickly, and then I eat a couple hours later, and like the same thing happens. So my body's kind of helping me do those smaller meals, I've noticed, which I think could be a very big factor as to why I haven't gained any weight yet. And if you are plus size and you have gained weight, don't be discouraged. And if you gain over that 20 pounds, don't beat yourself up about it. As long as every time you go in, the baby is healthy, that is all that matters. Your baby is doing well, and obviously you want to be healthy as well. So my recommendation for that type of fear, if you're worried about gaining a lot of weight, is to watch what you intake. If you're taking in the same amount before you get pregnant, you are most likely not to gain as much, at least as quickly, I believe, because obviously the baby's going to take on its weight and its own weight, you know, and gain some pounds, and that's going to add weight to your body. I don't know why I couldn't get that across. Another fear that I hear a lot of people having is obviously gestational diabetes and preeclampsia. Those are things that are a bigger risk for people that are of a higher weight. And the best advice I could give for that is to talk with your friends about it. Don't hold it in, and don't let it build enough stress on you or pressure or whatever. You want to be mentally healthy for this pregnancy and for the many, many years to come afterwards, because that is going to be beyond what you can fathom right now if you've never had any children. It's beyond what I can fathom, how much I'm going to really need to be there for my son. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't really plan this whole talk out. It was kind of just I wanted to talk to you guys about my advice on plus size pregnancy and kind of my fears on it. And my fears are getting gestational diabetes, which I test for that in, I'm 25 weeks, and I think I go at 28 weeks, 4 days. Is when they have my appointment set up for it. So I go for that in about a little less than 4 weeks now. And I will be going in for that test, and that is the second time I've taken that test. And I don't know if this happened with any other bigger people who went to the doctor. They've made me take it before just to make sure I didn't have it then. And I didn't have it then, which is amazing, but obviously it can develop. And preeclampsia is kind of something I'm not 100% certain if you get it before a certain amount of time, if there's much that they can really do. They can induce you at 25 weeks if you have preeclampsia. I don't know if they just kind of watch you and make sure your blood pressure's okay, and if your blood pressure's okay, then you're doing okay. But every time I've gone, thank goodness, I have had, my blood pressure has been good to them. They tell me it's fine, so I'm not too worried about that. I did my urine test. That if you would have watched one of my updates, I stated that they had me do a 24-hour urine test where they're testing my protein levels so that they can give me one later on in my pregnancy and kind of have something to compare it to, which I think is a really smart thing, and I'm very happy that my doctor is doing that. It makes me feel more prepared. And that's another thing. Talk to your doctor if you are feeling worried that you may get that stuff, and see what your doctor's office will do. Like, see if they will do a 24-hour urine test for comparison. Anything to ease your mind. If your doctor can do it, ask. That's all I can really say for a lot of the medical things, is to ask. Obviously, I'm afraid of contracting gestational diabetes. That's probably my one worry. You are more likely to develop type 2 diabetes after having gestational diabetes. Not that you will necessarily get it, but it's more likely. Like, if you weigh more, you are more likely to get type 2 diabetes than if you don't. If you live a healthier lifestyle, you are less likely to get type 2 diabetes. It's kind of in that category. With preeclampsia, I don't believe there's really a way to prevent it. I think it kind of just comes with your pregnancy and what your body does and how it reacts to everything. Other fears I think any woman may have is possibly having a C-section. I know that those are probably one of the most painful ways to give birth. You go through a lot to get the child, you cut through a lot to get the child out, and it's even longer recovery time and everything. And I know someone that's had one, and then I know someone who's had vaginal, and she healed a lot quicker, the one who had a vaginal birth. And I think personally that it's something that people try to plan for, to not have a C-section or to have a C-section or whatever their plan is. And I think being a plus size person, I think you really need to keep your options open. There are a lot of things that can happen medically wise with being bigger, and I'm not trying to say this to be mean or rude or anything. I've learned to come to terms with it and kind of accept it and embrace it, so that I'm not scared when I'm in labor and they're telling me they need to do this or need to do this. I think to read up and really inform yourself on what all are the possibilities of being plus size, and your labor options, and why you would need a C-section and for what reasons. If you really truly look those up, I think you will feel a lot better and a lot more prepared. And that's another thing I think about. I think everyone should be prepared during a pregnancy, but especially a plus size pregnancy. You need to be extra prepared for all that it may entail. And you know what? You could be plus size and have the easiest pregnancy, and you know what? Good for you. I mean, I haven't had much complications so far, but I also haven't taken my 28-week glucose test, and obviously I can still develop preeclampsia if I don't already have it, and I could already have it for all I know, you know? But it's all about acceptance and keeping calm. I think those are the two hardest things to do, but the most rewarding things to do, is acceptance and keeping calm. I may be way off basis for some people here, and I'm sorry, and like I said, I'm going to say this just one more time. These are all my own opinions and my own thoughts and my own fears running through my head of stuff that might happen, and I'm kind of sharing this with you guys because I want people to know you're not alone, and I kind of want to know I'm not alone. I know some friends that have gone through similar experiences, and I have them to relate to, but not everyone has that. And I want to be here for that. I want to be here for you guys so that you guys have someone to talk to if you're scared for whatever reason, because pregnancy is a scary thing, and being plus size and pregnant honestly is truly, I think, a scarier thing. Not only are you worried about your own health like you have been, and maybe you've been trying to work on your weight, but now you have a child growing inside you that you have to be mindful of. So for weight gain, I thought I would talk about this briefly because, I mean, obviously it's my fears to gain a lot of weight while pregnant. I mean, I think it's everyone's fear. I'm 25 weeks today, and so far I've yet to gain a pound. I went to the doctor's a week and a half ago, and I hadn't gained a pound. I've lost about 20. And I think the reason I've lost it is for the pure fact I haven't been more hungry than what I was before I was pregnant. And obviously he's taking some of those nutrients that my body isn't taking. So kind of what he's gaining, I feel like I'm losing, which is why it's not showing on the scale. My best advice for not gaining too much weight is personally to get out and just walk. Honestly, walking can help more than what you think, especially because you can't be as active with certain things that you may like while pregnant. You can't do like kickboxing and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure you may be able to run the whole pregnancy. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that, but I think walking is a good start, you know? And I think it's like 30 minutes, 3 days a week, 30 minutes on each day of the week that you do it out of the 3 days. Every 3 days, 30 minutes workout, yeah. I don't know how many times I could word that in a different way, but really getting out there and walking with a friend, walking with a family member, walking around and just talking really helps. Walking around with friends that already have kids, obviously they want to take them to the park or something, especially because it's getting warmer. Yeah. So this video is going on for quite a long time, and I'm sorry, and there's probably not going to be much editing to it because I ramble a lot anyway, so I don't really know how I could cut the rambling out. But my biggest advice is to not worry. Honestly, when it truly comes down to it, you can't worry yourself to sickness. It's kind of what my dad used to tell me. Like, I used to be like, oh my god, what if I get this? He's like, well, if you keep worrying about it, then you're going to get it. It was just kind of like something he instilled into us, that if you don't sit there and constantly think about it, and you think of the positive, and you think of things that, other things that could happen, good things, I'm going to get a beautiful baby boy out of this. And no matter what happens to my body or whatever, I am going to learn to deal with it, and I'm going to learn to accept it. And I hope to be healthier during my next pregnancy. That does not necessarily mean I hope to be like this big. Like, I just hope to be healthier for my next pregnancy, so when I go in, maybe I can have a smoother pregnancy. And that's not necessarily saying people who are thinner have healthier pregnancies. That's not what I'm trying to say. I don't want this to come off as like skinny hate, because it's not. It's just kind of, I mean, anybody could have these worries, honestly. But yeah, I'm so sorry for rambling so much, but don't worry and talk. Talk to whoever you need to talk to, your doctor, your family, your friends. Talk to yourself. Write a little journal about your experience while you're pregnant, and remember these. Remember how you feel and everything that happens, because while pregnancy is a beautiful thing, I feel like sometimes people who are plus size are shamed to be pregnant, and it's not fair. It's not fair at all. Pregnancy is beautiful no matter what body type you're in, and you are going to receive a beautiful child out of this that you're going to be responsible for. And whether you're plus size or you're skinny, remember that this is a good thing. And while there are fears and health risks and health factors of everything, just remember that, you know what, stuff happens, and you can't always control what happens, and you're always put into a situation for a reason. So I'm going to stop this video. It's gone on way too long. I think I'm at like 15 or something minutes. But I hope you guys understood what I was trying to say, and this wasn't a completely dumb video. And give it a thumbs up if you share similar fears, or comment down below if you kind of want to talk about it, or message me. Subscribe. I put up videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Have been for a couple weeks now. And I would love to get to know different pregnant moms, different pregnant plus size moms, different pregnant non-plus size moms, anybody to kind of just talk stuff about. I think having a good support system is a great way to get through your pregnancy. So I'm going to go now, and I'm sorry for rambling so much, and I really hope you guys like this video. So, bye.